You fought any fires lately?
No,
Year
man.
later?
No. I'm out of the fireman game.
Oh shit! What, like retired by fire?
Essentially. Hey, we can talk about that. The time that I blew myself up in a homemade fireworks accident.
Oh, okay.
Most people don't know about that.
And that's how you were your origin story to become a firefighter.
No, I was already a firefighter.
Oh, okay. So it shouldn't have
That's
happened.
why the doctor expressed such contempt. He was a real dick about it. South African, by the
South
way.
African dickhead.
Dick? No way.
Yeah, this
South
South
African
African
asshole.
gave me a real hard time. Thought that it wasn't just you should know better. It was like, that was stupid. Because we took a quart of aviation oil and poked a hole in the top of it and put it in the campfire. And then what happens, because aviation oil, it's basically motor oil, except instead of a plastic thing, it's in like a tin. It's like in a metal tin. So you poke a hole in the top of it, you place it in the campfire, and then it starts to boil. And then it shoots out a fountain of flame.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
5 to 15 feet. We should do it in the backyard. I've learned lessons.
You know how to do
we
it now.
won't repeat my mistakes. But it shoots out this fountain of flame, which is pretty good. But then it coughs and it goes lower and it coughs a little bit and the fountain gets lower. And then it stops. And then you're all like, and we're done.
It's over.
And then we come out from behind our hiding places. And we're just sitting around the fire. And I see some potato chips beside the fire. And I go to pick them up. And then all of a sudden I see like everything went so slow. I could see this like orange flame start. I heard a pop. And then this flame is crawling up my legs. And I'm like, oh, there's been an explosion. Like it happened so slow. I'm like, I should cover my face. This is a moneymaker. And then it like rolls over my face. I'm like, it'll be gone in a second. Wasn't gone in a second. There's still just, I'm wrapped in the loving arms of a ball of flame for what feels like a few seconds.
And you did this to yourself on purpose?
No, it wasn't supposed to explode. The explosion was an accident.
Sorry, you put a bunch of oil in a little can,
Yeah.
and then you lit it on fire, and you're like, that's not going to explode.
No,
Oh,
it
okay.
usually doesn't.
I mean, it always does. That's where the fire comes
I
from.
had never done it before, but everybody else there, they were like, oh, yeah, we do the aviation. When we went to the engineer, and we're like, can we get a thing of aviation oil? He's like, you going to do the fire trick? We're like, we sure are. And he's like, here you go, boys.
It's a
Have
known
fun.
trick.
It was like an old trick,
Do you
but
think?
this time it exploded.
Do you think
can
time
still
slowed
see the
down because of
scars.
your training? Do you think that's what happened? You
Yeah.
think everything slowed down
Yeah.
because you were like, I'm a firefighter.
Time
I was like, I'm gonna stop, drop, and roll eventually. I just don't know when.
That is actually, I did think like, hey, you remember when you were a kid and they talked about stop, drop, and roll? You should
like-
do that.
Did you end up doing it?
I did. I stopped. I
I've
dropped,
never had
I
to.
rolled, and as I'm rolling on the ground, it was Sam like real slow. This voice in my head's like, you know what else you should do, buddy? You should start to scream. Because if you don't scream, your friends are gonna think you're doing a bit.
Yeah, it's like this is classic Steven right now.
Yeah.
Big in the
that's
firefighter
his,
community. We
his
be stop, dropping, and
vintage
rolling
antics.
all the time.
Yeah, and so I started screaming. Did not help. They still thought I was doing a bit. Because when I got up, everybody was like, no, that was so cool. And no one got hurt. One guy even hit my arm. Was like, no one got hurt. No one got hurt. And I looked at the back of my hands. And you ever seen rice, like, you know, hard rice paper when it gets wet? That's what the back of my hands
You
look
just
like.
see through them a little bit?
See-through paper on both layers. You can still see it on this hand. This hand just looks young. Yeah, and my face was like all charred over. And I was like, I got a little bit hurt. And I just ran to the bathroom and like started running my hands under cold water.
Is that what you're supposed to do that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it, I feel like it just like you put your hands in the cold water and then all your shit's just gonna fall off. Dude,
That
that's what
is
scares
gonna
me.
happen anyway. So I'll fast forward through this. Like,
Gross.
there's a bunch of details for the next 5 days that are pretty crazy. But the important thing is 5 days later, I'm finally getting admitted into the burn unit. And again, my hands are... I should show you guys the pictures if you want to see them. I can send them to you.
Why not?
I got these like huge blisters on my hands. Huge. It looked like a tree root. Blisters on my hands, and my face is caked over. It looked like a burnt pie.
Yeah.
And the whole week, I've been careful not to touch it because if I touch my face, it like scrapes off and leaves this bright white spot.
Yeah.
And if I touch my hand, like I accidentally popped a few of the blisters, like soaked me. Like so much more liquid comes out than you think is going
What
to come
kind
out.
of liquid?
Just like clear goop, like the
Just
same
goop?
stuff that comes out when you a lady squirt, I believe.
Oh, really?
It's this stuff. That's
Lady squirt.
Wait. You got
That's
pee?
disgusting.
Not urine.
It is urine.
That's
Don't
a
listen.
myth.
This is
That's a
he.
myth.
It's
That's people
squirt
who-
is pee.
that's
Don't
people
listen to
who
him.
have
Squirt is pee.
experience with it. Anyone who makes that claim, they don't know.
Never seen it. Never will.
You know what? Here's my confession. Adrian's is that he doesn't know. Leo's bragging about not knowing, which I
Yeah.
respect. Anyway, I go to the burn unit, and then the nurse gets there, and she takes one look at me. She's like, "Oh my gosh, look at your hands are disgusting. Give me that." And she takes my hand and takes a scalpel and just starts slicing. And she's like, "This is all dead skin. Who wants this? Slice, slice, slice." And I'm starting to grimace, and she went, "Does it hurt?" I'm like, "Yeah, that hurts." And she went, "Good. Blood and pain are good." As she sliced out.
Who the fuck is this?
That means the nerves, the blood, the capillaries are in order.
Are you sure this was a nurse and it wasn't just some person who got out of the asylum from the nurse
That's another
costume
South
and they were like,
African?
"I'm gonna get him."
Brother, you haven't heard the best part. Then once she gets my hands all clear, and the whole table is soaked, so much liquids in there.
With squirt.
Then she's like, "Okay, now put your face on the table." And I put my face on the table, and she breaks out a scrub brush and starts scrubbing my face. And she's leaning into my head so hard I can see her elbow flexing every time she leans. And then she repeats it. She's like, "Remember, blood and pain are good." And she scrubs my face clean of all the, I don't know, the
Why
crust.
would that be good?
And then because she was like, "It's dead skin. You don't need that. That's only
But
you only want to keep
blood
that."
and pain seem bad.
Blood and pain means your capillaries are still
Oh, you can
alive
feel it
and
at
your
least.
nerves are still alive.
Oh,
Like,
so if you
can't
feel
it,
nothing, that's bad.
that's when it gets bad.
Oh, okay.
So, and the doctor was like, his little joke was like, "Don't worry, you're gonna look 9 months younger." And I do. Look at me today.
9 months, one baby's worth of
Yep.
age.
You look a clear 57.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steve. He ages like dogs.
For a burn victim, not bad.
Yeah.
For a burn victim, really not bad. You should put that on your resume.
Dude, you should put
Tinder, if you will.
Oh my God! Look
For a
at
burn
us.
victim.
Not
bad.
not too
Yeah.
shabby.
Then you're gonna get in trouble. All the other burn victims are gonna be like,
Yeah. It's like, where's the
You
burn?
can still see it, you folks at home. If you ever meet me in person, look under my left eye. There's 3 stripes from. You can see them right there. See them?
shit.
See?
Just
you
burnt
don't
the
notice
fuck
them,
up.
but if you're looking for them, it's because when I close my, when the fire was calling up, it's like I closed my eyes tight, and just that little fold of the skin protected that skin. The craziest thing,
That is
Was
crazy.
I
That
had-
actually is nuts.
I had pajamas on, and for pants,
And, like,
and the
stuck.
pajamas had a small hole in the thigh. I could take the pants off and show you the hole.
Yeah.
That small hole got a 3rd-degree burn. Under the pajamas, 0 burn.
Huh.
Whatever they put in those pajamas works.
It's fucking the
Keeping your
flame,
kids
the,
safe.
the flame retarded pajamas.
Shout out to pajamas.
We got a little cute wireless mic now, or is this just for fun?
Yeah.
This doesn't work.
Oh, it's just so you don't feel left out.
So we got made fun of a lot on the internet for our production value
Yeah,
for
you
one of
know
our
what?
last reels.
Give us.
and,
How about fucking send us some money then?
send us some money? We'll buy another mic.
How about that? How about fucking send us
But,
some shit?
Yeah. So one of the main jokes was like the mic wasn't even on. I guess because we were.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
the
can see. I
mic's
checked
on.
like 3 times to make sure this one's on this
I
time.
double checked, but yeah. So now I have a floating mic just as a laugh.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands. Sometimes
exactly
you
right.
just need to hold on to a little baby mic.
Yeah, it's like pretend. It helps me get in the vibe,
like
you know,
if,
because otherwise I'm just sitting here, jacking.
Yeah, exactly.
We could just get closer.
Oh,
we could do one of that,
Look at that.
a friendship boost.
Yay, we look like the stepbrothers.
Yeah, kind of.
The stepfathers.
the stepfathers.
We look like somebody's 2 gay dads. is what
No.
we're like Leo's 2 gay uncles.
Yeah.
So we're like, hey,
like,
we encourage
these
you
guys
in your
are kinda gay.
journey into the arts.
And I'm like, what is the weird age gap between you 2 uncles? And I'm like, one of the uncles is doing way better for himself than the other one. I don't know. I'm not going to say which one. Depends which way you look at it, actually.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. The one guy might be older, but he's pretty good for a burn victim.
Yeah. Remember, it depends what you value more, like a successful life or just a hot piece of ass. That's fucking, you're in the gay world, you'd be surprised what they choose. Not that I know.
You
Not
know
that
what?
they let me in.
That is not that far apart from the straight world, brother. As soon
Honestly,
as-
true.
it's really only, even in the lesbian world, a hot piece of ass will go way further than women like you to think it will. They act all high and mighty, but you talk to some lesbians, they'll let you know.
I don't talk to many.
You gotta
This
talk to
is
more lesbians.
this is a true statement. Lesbians are as horny or hornier than any man I have ever met.
Well,
and I
I'm
know
gonna-
this is crazy because there's some horny fucking dudes out there, but they're just
Yeah, the word
they
he was
are
looking
better
for was
at
candy.
They are more. But
I'll
like,
tell you how.
dude, it's because they don't feel as much. Like, obviously, this is a very small sample size of the 12 lesbians I've ever met in my life.
Okay.
But they feel a lot more comfortable coming out with the compliments and stuff and be like, oh, I love this, touching. What is happening? Public access. I'll wear this. Shout out public access.
Shut up, public access.
Well, we gotta do it before.
Are we doing? Are we getting meta?
So look at him.
Oh
first.
shit, dude!
Okay,
This is
first.
gonna get so many clips.
Look at him first.
We're gonna get double clipped.
Double
Now
clip.
look at him. Now look at him.
Meta.
Attractive.
Better.
That actually is a major improvement.
Yeah.
That actually.
Doesn't look
I
very
think that's.
That kind of fixed your whole shit. All right.
That just saved your
You
life.
look like what people would have predicted Francis Bean would look like.
Put it on Steven. Steven still weighs old.
No, he's. Hey,
Okay, actually, it makes you look good.
you're talking to a straight burn victim right now.
Yeah, you look like a Pokemon trainer that only has water Pokemon.
Okay.
Be too specific.
I know it's too specific, damn it, but I like it.
access hat. Don't worry about their specific.
Let me see if he.
$34.99.99.
They're pitching public
Black
access.
people get it free. Reparations. Cool, sweet. Thank you.
Shout out public access, $39.99 for the hat.
$34.99.99.
$34.99.99.
What a steal!
Yeah.
Just like those.
Wild quantities last.
Wild quantities
Oh
last.
shit! They got low supplies. And what's it made out
and
of?
reparation. Okay, well,
Is that the only colors it comes in, or does it come in "Make America Great Again"
it only
red?
comes in white.
This is some authentic 47 brand stuff.
Why are you filming it and we're filming?
Only comes in white, just like it should. Anyways,
That is pretty much the same brand.
You guys are selling white hoods? That's crazy.
white hoods. I love going
willing
to.
to brag that black women don't like them.
Oh, what?
Why did I hand you the mic for that one?
What the hell?
This guy,
Yeah.
that's clip farming. Black ladies love us.
I'm clip farming and aura farming all at the
Well,
same time right
That's
now.
definitely not going to get cut out.
Sam, you want to hear the time that I was dating? Dating's pushy, but I went on a few very nice
I
dates
spoke
with a
with-
black woman. And
We didn't
then-
ask him to say this, by
And
the way.
then
But
I was helping a friend move into an apartment, and she walked right by me, the woman that I'd gone on a few dates with. But I was like, that can't be her. Her hair is like 2 feet longer. So I guess it's just someone who looked like her. So I didn't stop and say
this is
hello.
where you learn about a lace front and a weave.
That is correct.
Okay.
She was not understanding of me not knowing that. She's like, you didn't even say hello to me. How dare you? And I was like, your
Didn't-
hair was 2 feet longer.
I
I
didn't
had not seen
recognize.
Chris Rock's excellent documentary, Good Hair, yet. I know about these things now.
I was just some
take-
uncultured white boy, and
Yeah.
now
I was a
appreciate all-
Mennonite and a burn victim. You expect me to know about these things?
True.
I didn't know about weaves.
Can you be a black Mennonite? Can you explain to the
There's
viewers what a
loads of black
Mennonite
Mennonites.
is?
Mennonite, listen, say what you want about Mennonites. They love black people.
Okay,
It's
Their favorite.
seriously. I grew up
but it's
Mennonite,
for scary reasons, or
staunchly anti-racist.
Oh.
They're good.
but they're anti-technology,
How to race.
The
anti-racist.
thing I don't know anything about how to race.
Yeah.
Things that Mennonites
Terribly
hate are
racist.
Mennonites hate technology and war and drinking and also looking too fancy. They think you should look humble at all times. They don't like things like earrings, makeup.
That's like the
Spurs
Amish
hats.
kind of thing, yeah.
It's the same spirit.
Okay.
Spurs hat? You allowed any kind of hat?
Yeah, you can wear hats.
The
I
Amish
guess,
are a
but
fucking Mennonite hat.
you can't look too good. That's the point.
You gotta wear the.
crush it.
They go
Yeah,
to the mall. Do they hang out at the
Fit
mall
right in,
sometimes?
brother. You're ready to just stroll in and start dating a dick.
Who's the most famous Mennonite? You know how, like-
Probably that guy who won the Tour de France after Lance Armstrong did. I forget his name.
Shit. Oh, they got bikes. That's pretty primitive
Yeah.
technology.
They got bikes.
So that's good.
Other famous Mennonite, Adam Dick.
Right,
Edmonton
really?
comedian.
Oh, I didn't know it.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, we've had nice Mennonite chats before.
All I hear about like those kind of guys is that they like marry their cousins and stuff.
You know what? We got the same policy towards marrying our cousins as we do towards celebrating Olympic bronze medals.
yeah.
Third is pretty good.
Okay, for you guys, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
For us, I hate that he said that.
I
I wasn't sure.
I have one question,
It's
Steve.
okay,
It's
we don't-
2025. Where are the Womennonites?
We're Mennonites.
Oh, it's very clever.
That is
It's,
clever. Oh, yeah,
it's
look at
named
us.
after a dude. It wasn't even his last name. His first name was Minnow Simons. And so people who followed Minnow were Mennonites.
Can you believe this shit? All right. Well,
So it goes back to Germany. We're called the Anabaptists. Hey, you want to know something funny about my dad?
yep.
He is still angry at the Lutherans for killing us.
Lutherans killed Mennonites.
Lutherans used to kill Mennonites, and so did Catholics. He's like, they used to tie us to pikes and throw them in the river, Stephen. How can you not be angry? And I'm like he wants reparations.
I thought
Like my
religions just
dad
did that
is
to each other.
angrier about like injustices than any of the black people we mutually know.
Mennonite justice, Black Lives Matter, Mennonite lives
Mennonite
matter.
lives
MLM.
matter.
And women Mennonite.
Thank you, Adrian.
And
Very
women
progressive.
Mennonites, yeah.
And for
The
those
people
of you
who don't
looking
use cell
for-
phones need progression. They need to progress.
yeah.
Are there Mennonites on like Instagram or Twitter or anything? Do they have social media?
No good ones.
yeah. The
No honest
lax
ones. Yeah.
I'd say the Mennonites in the east half of Canada are pretty hardcore. They like wear black bonnets and they don't drive cars.
They
Some
drive
of them-
wagons.
They drive wagons.
And they churn their own butter.
The Mennonites in Alberta, man, we use computers. We dress
Man,
like
next level.
this in sharp sweaters.
Wait,
Thank
you're
you.
still claiming it?
No, you're right. I can't.
Wait,
You
does
can't
that
be
mean
one
there's
of them?
Mennonites that watch porn.
I mean, there probably
most
is.
people watch porn, but then they realize
They
later that they should not
pray
have.
after way more probably. They pray to God, Jesus.
Yeah.
They're into that
They
guy.
like God and Jesus. Those are
Lot-
the,
okay,
two of the
God
big
and
three.
Jesus. Okay, good. Holy Spirit,
There you go.
and they love Him.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
all about them.
Well, what makes them? But why do they have to be so different then? If they just like everything else, like everybody else?
Yeah, I don't know. Why is everybody rather than
I
get into
don't
the
know.
spirituality of the Mennonites? You want to know another interesting thing about me?
Yeah.
My family, we moved from the Mennonites. We're like in the Mennonites, and my parents like, let's go the opposite end of the Christianity spectrum. And we went to this other church where they did speaking in tongues all the time. And I used to
Whoa.
speak in tongues when I was a kid, and I've witnessed an exorcism. And that's pretty cool also.
That's crazy. Wait, speaking
Wait.
in tongues to me is like Sims language.
Wait, what do you like? Speaking in tongues, like,
Like,
can you do a performance?
Be respectful of me, but I
It
will
has
say
to
I'm not.
come to you, right?
Yeah, you got to be slain in the spirit. That's what they say, slain in the spirit.
Slay in the spirit.
Wait, you
They don't.
you
There's
were
no
just
book.
fucking around though.
There's no alphabet, right?
Well, okay, I'll give you here's the honest truth. When I was like 11, okay, here's the thing. Before I go any further, let me tell you the thing that most Christians believe, especially the Mennonites. Most Christians are like, okay, it does talk about speaking in tongues in the Bible. It's perhaps a gift that is given to a select few people in very special times. But this church that I went to, which was it didn't have a denomination. It was just Doug's church. Doug believed, and he was a more American style guy, that like anyone can learn to do this and everyone should learn to do this. So one day in Sunday school, they're like, we're all going to speak in tongues. And I will admit, the first time I was like, all right, let's just go with it. And then you just start saying stuff.
What do you choose?
The
to
best
say?
way
Like,
that I can describe.
That's what I mean. Like, how do you start? You just
I
go,
don't know, man.
Macarena, Macarena.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You just like you got to pick something, right? Like,
It's like if
Habba-da,
you've ever
habba-da,
played
habba-da.
jazz. I don't know if you guys are musicians, but you ever played jazz? You're just like
Start doing
throwing
it.
notes out and seeing what sticks.
it's like start doing Adam Sandler impressions.
I mean, we are obviously musicians. You've seen the way we start the podcast.
I do see a guitar
oh
case
shit!
right
No
there.
wait, you guys have to say funny stuff for a little bit. First. Would that be funny speaking in tongues and you just start doing impressions of other people?
That would be pretty crazy.
That's a
I do
possession.
The tongues.
Okay, can I do a couple of impressions and you tell me which one's close? Okay, so you're a kid and you're like singing the music and like, hey, hey,
Hey!
whoa!
Oh no! You want to hear
Sounds
racist
like-
towards Muslims?
Wait for him to start rapping. We're gonna be all different kind of racist. Dude.
Allahu Akbar.
It's on the chair that Ahmed is sat on. You would disparage the Muslim race.
You know what? He disparages the
I
Muslim
just tried
race
to
himself.
move my tongue around. I wasn't doing. I was just, I was like speaking in tongues. I was like, blah 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 blah.
I said,
blah.
and I said,
For you to compare that
God.
to Muslims is, rude in your own way.
You were doing like.
Okay, wait. Let me do another one. Okay, you're singing. You're like, hey Jesus, whoa.
You sound like a junior high kid who hasn't had sex yet, impersonating what you think an orgasm's
Kind
gonna
of
be.
sound like a chicken.
Do you folks at home want to get some good sex advice from me, a burn victim? One time I was at a bar and I just started having a conversation with this lady whose face was very pierced beside me.
I was gonna say she
And
was also burned.
She asked me, she was like, "What kind of noises do you make when you bust?" I'm like, "Oh, I think women obviously, well, a woman in the throes of ecstasy, the most beautiful noise in the world. A man is primal and disgusting, so I try to be quiet." And she said, "How dare you? How dare you deprive your lover of the pleasure of making you come? You're taking it from her? You like it when she makes noise, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Well, keep in mind that the woman you're having sex with is not a straight man. She's a woman, so she likes the noises you make. You must make more noises." And I went out.
She
and
would be
now
a terrible
I
Mennonite.
make love like a walrus, you know?
Oh.
I'm like, "Rah!" And they like that.
Yeah, that'll really.
Yeah. Everyone go home and you get wild. Like you're losing your mind. Like you're a wolf man and the full moon has come out and you're trying to restrain your transformation, but you just can't.
I don't think I
Okay.
could do that, man.
Yeah, I think
I don't. I think I need. I have to memorize my lines before that if I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna have to practice my Wolfman noise.
Got a lot of compliments.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be like
Wolfman.
It's gonna be like I'm about to come and I just start speaking in tongues.
Exactly. Let's work on that. Funny.
Okay, that one did feel racist.
No,
I
'cause
hear
you
it.
went, "Ah, la, 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 la."
Underrated actor, Kevin Spacey. You guys think so?
I like the part where he was
No, I honestly
innocent.
Yeah. Like, I think the most sympathetic thing that Kevin Spacey ever did was make a move on a 16-year-old boy. As if that 16... We've all been 16-year-old boys.
David Gale? Come on.
Listen,
Wait. What do you mean we've all been 16-year-old boys?
you know what?
I
I'm
have.
actually not going to follow that takedown, but I am going to say... I am
actually
going
gonna
to say
pivot.
that I don't think Kevin Spacey is a great actor. I think he does great impressions.
Underrated.
He was
No,
pretty good actor. I
overrated.
thought.
No, and you know what else?
Overrated.
Here's a
This
take.
is us clip farming now.
The Usual Suspects is one of the most overrated movies of my lifetime. Yeah. See, the fact that he's doing a pretty good Kaiser Sose shows you how stupid the whole thing is.
Kaiser Soze, that's the guy who Kaiser Soze
I know. Yeah, but he didn't shoot him because that's the dumb thing about that movie. Is in the very end when he leaped.
Don't spoil it.
The movie came out in 1991.
Spoiler: Kevin Spacey is a
Pause this clip.
pedophile.
Go away. Kevin Spacey and Drake are in the same boat here, but
One's gay. Drake.
that doesn't change the boat.
That's what he said. That was his
We allow
defense.
gay-
Yeah, never mind.
Kevin Spacey's a hebephile, which is still an issue.
Kevin
but-
Spacey's a Jew as well. Fun fact.
Is he?
I don't know. I just be saying
I don't
shit
think
too.
he is. Is he?
No, he believes he's a space Jew.
It's true.
That's why they. You know, it was a bad movie. That movie where he was a spaceman.
Space Jam.
K-Pax.
Great, incredible film.
I disagree.
Name a bad Kevin Spacey movie besides K-Pax, because we're not going to agree on that.
Okay, I think The Usual Suspects is severely overrated.
Baby Driver.
You guys need
Baby
to-
Driver is good. Glengarry Glen Ross good. Rocks. He's in good movies.
I'm gonna go buy sardines.
You know what?
Okay.
Get out.
Kevin Spacey's not in Get Out. But we talked about it last time.
Get Out's a good movie. I thought it was very funny how much it scared you.
Oh yeah,
You should see Us. Us is even scarier.
Us is free.
Us is pretty scary.
Get Out is a better movie, but Us
Get Out is a
scarier.
much better movie. Us is just kind of weird to
Yeah.
me.
Us doesn't make any sense. I don't like
It
movies.
doesn't make any
I
fucking
don't like
sense
movies that at the
whatsoever.
end you're like, that doesn't make any sense.
It's like, so what was it supposed to be some big like message? It was
Yeah.
like, no, there's just doppelgangers who have a shitty
It didn't
life.
make a lick of sense. Did
There's
not
just some
make
people
one
having
red
shittier than other
cent of
people.
sense.
Thanks, Jordan Peele. Us?
It
I
didn't
mean,
make-
like,
Listen, guys.
I get it, but like,
Us,
it's not as deep as
all
it
right.
is.
Professional tutor's about to explain.
Exactly.
It's so clear. Okay, so it's about rabbits, right? This is what I took away from the movie Us.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
rabbits, and at the end, there's no rabbits. I'm saying that the rabbits turned into the doubles and became the overthrowing class.
That is not right.
That is probably the
seems
most
so-
accurate.
That seems
theory
even more
you will
confusing
ever
than what he
hear
was trying
on
to
Us.
show us.
Yeah, I thought it might have been an incisive social commentary that just didn't totally come together on the surface level. But Adrian's right. It's about rabbits.
Yeah, it was just Jordan Peele loves rabbits mostly.
You know what he really loves is puppets. Jordan Peele used to
he?
be a professional puppeteer before he became a comedy guy or a director.
Oh.
Yeah, he loves
I know
puppets. He thinks puppets are the coolest thing in the world. He got his start as a puppeteer.
They're kinda scary to
And if
me.
you ever see Nope, it's that the alien is a puppet. It's not an effect. He made a giant puppet because he
Oh,
loves
really?
puppets.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, he loves
Because
puppets.
that movie too, I was like, this is supposed to mean something.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that one.
It was, yeah.
What? Aliens?
horses.
No.
No,
was
that
about
one was
flying
about
stingrays.
horses. Okay, horses eventually grow up to be the thing in the sky.
Why?
Dude, I'm so good at movie. I'm such a media literate
This is
guy.
a movie podcast when we can't think of anything else to talk
Wait,
about.
isn't the movie Nope about like people's over fascination with like the spectacle, and then like with the lengths they'll go to preserve that, and then everyone dies in pursuit of it, and then it eats them anyway.
Even when the spectacle turns on you, you still want the spectacle preserved, and it's about like it is all about the obsession with the spectacle.
Some major thinking involved.
Yep.
Major thinking. Leo's about to rap.
Oh yeah,
Bing,
this
bop,
is
boom,
always
boom,
this is
boom,
what I
bop,
do.
bam.
And you know what's crazy? We were talking about this. I mean, usually what I do is I just search up free beat. But the first comment, top comment, most liked says, Jesus loves you. Jesus saves. Judgment day is near. Repent of your sins before it is too late. I'm not forcing.
I'm not forcing is a good way to
They're
end
not
that,
forcing.
man. That's a solid sell. You know what I mean?
Mennonites
At
be
that point,
forcing.
I think you should force me. Like if you have the power to nudge me into eternal salvation, fucking nudge, man,
Yeah, that's true.
brother.
If you really believe you're saving our souls, man, you got to try a bit harder than not forcing.
Yeah, get some force a little bit.
Get a gun.
So, all right, you heard it here first from Steven Darnell. "Quote unquote, force a little bit."
Oh, I'm gonna hear about that later. But yeah, listen, I would say Ahmed is the paragon of this. In that
Ahmed, shout him out again.
You know what? Actually, he doesn't force enough because Ahmed is he thinks everyone should be a Muslim, but he's full of love for you no matter who you are. Maybe he should be working harder to convert us.
So you think he should become more radical?
I think he definitely has converted some people.
He's made me less Muslim.
He's definitely made me more. I use like wallahi in sentences now.
I don't know if that counts as conversion. I do think it is funny the way that Ahmed is the living embodiment of every racist stereotype of an Arab person.
He doesn't help his case very much.
Yeah. Everybody likes him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still one of the nicest guys.
He's a nice guy. You know what? Let me show you guys something else that's nice.
Yeah, he's looking like SpongeBob these days.
One of our best raps yet. I hope this is good. See, the problem when the way I do this is because I don't ever listen to it. This may take a while.
Ooh, it's hitting.
This is always fun to do when there's three guys on a
You
couch.
guys on it. Oh, Steven's taking his shirt off.
Just taking his shirt off.
He's
Yeah.
Just wait, he's gonna take his pantaloons
Shit.
off.
Ignorance is bliss. Blisters, guess what? They're full of piss. If you burn yourself like Steven did, you'll never know what you could become. You could become a Mennonite. You could become a methamphetamite. A methamphetamite is like a group of people that all do meth together. Say, what?
What?
Oh, shit. This sucks. Welcome to Barry's
All we did before was practice.
basement.
No, that's okay. Welcome to Barry's Basement. Our guest this week is Steve Darnell. He's the oldest man in the world. Pretty cool guy. Used
Old
to be a
Man River.
firefighter. Steve, we have a segment on the show called Hot Takes, sponsored by Tabasco. Do you have any hot takes for us today? I heard you hate Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan can suck my dick. Everybody, let's think about Michael. Actually, let's not think about Michael Jordan yet. Let's think about some other great athletes. LeBron James.
Come on, Dip.
What's he famous for? Being a good teammate. His teammates love him. A great passer.
Great father.
Great father. You know, he's a
Pull
man
up to
of
the
the
rolly
people.
store with the rolly on. That's
Totally.
a LeBron James meme. You wouldn't get it.
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Glensky.
Great teammate.
Love that guy.
All his teammates loved him. Known for just being a man of the people.
Probably loves blow.
Yet, for some reason, Michael Jordan convinced a generation of young men that they need to be a dick in order to be successful. Michael Jordan's whole thing is that he was a tremendous dick. Everybody hated him. None of his teammates
Best
liked
dick
him.
in the world.
Scottie Pippen hated him. Everybody
Pretty sure his
hated
own son hates him.
Children hate him. He is hated by everybody. When he got inducted to the Hall of Fame, the guy that he chose, you could choose anybody to induct you. He chose the guy who beat him for a spot for the high school basketball team when he was a junior, by the way. He just didn't make the senior team. This myth that he got cut from the team, he didn't get cut from the team. He didn't make a team that he was too young to be on anyway.
Wow, yeah.
And he's still mad about it 50, 40 years later. And so he has no friends. So he brings this guy out because, again, he has no friends. Everyone hates him. And then a lot of people, obviously, he's the greatest basketball player of all time. But that's because he has so much incredible talent. He's incredibly hardworking and incredibly talented. But for some reason, because he's also one of the great dicks of history, that people look at him and are like, oh, if I want to be great, I should also be a dick. No, wrong. He was a net negative on Earth. Michael Jordan encouraging dickishness made the human race worse, the Earth worse. We would have been better off with no Michael Jordan.
Okay, here's my question. What is the difference in mindset between Michael Jordan and, like, say, Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, well, nobody's holding Kobe Bryant up as the greatest of all time.
A lot of people say Kobe is...
No
like,
serious people argue
Kobe, during his
the
prime, he was drawing Michael
Black
Jordan
Mamba.
comparisons
Yeah, if you
every
needed
day.
somebody to handle the ball the whole game and miss a bunch of shots, Kobe
Yo,
was
you
your
are
man.
not anti-Kobe on the podcast.
I'm not. I could be
Listen.
anti-Kobe anywhere I want. In
You-
the Mamba
brother,
mentality.
but
I'm
this
not really anti-Kobe.
Top 5 player of all time.
Okay, actually, Kobe is a great example. How many championships did Kobe win?
5.
How many would he have won if he was capable of coexisting with other stars?
Well, that was what I was like,
Yeah. They won. Exactly. But if he didn't drive,
They
he
weren't
didn't need to
friends.
be friends. But he drove Shaq out because he couldn't handle Shaq even being there. How many did he win post Shaq?
2.
Was it 2?
Yeah, he was 2. One with back to back with Gasol.
Oh, even then he needed Pau Gasol. Like
All right, needed Pau Gasol.
everybody
is crazy.
needs teammates.
When
is
you-
my
no,
point.
no, when you're
And
going
the thing
like-
that held Kobe back from true greatness was understanding that he needed other people.
I think that held Kobe back was the power of friendship.
Okay, I think Kobe is a great example of a guy who is a dick all the time, and if you were that kind of dick, you're gonna be like, he inspires all the finance douchebags of today.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it works, brother. It
No,
works.
again, the world is full of dicks who don't go anywhere. He was incredibly talented and worked really hard and was incredibly lucky to get drafted on the team that was in the position to swoop in and take Shaquille O'Neal from the Magic.
Okay, yeah.
You know, if he had
that's kinda
gotten
crazy.
drafted by
Wait,
the
you're saying
Milwaukee
Kobe-
Bucks, I don't think that his career would have gone the same way. We might still be talking about him as a great player, but he does not win 5 championships if he never gets the chance to team up with Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, I don't know, man.
No, for sure. How many we can go, this is cross-sport, granted, but how many championships did Wayne Gretzky win after he left the Oilers? 0. How many did they win after he left them? 1.
Okay, but
You
he was
need
old when he
teammates.
left.
He was not that old. He was no longer in the peak of his prime, but he still went on to win Hart trophies and Art Ross trophies. He never won another championship.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, he got traded to the LA Kings, and then
Los
the government tried to
Angeles.
stop it.
No, but some idiot. He
Nah, he played for the
finished
Kings.
his career on the Rangers.
What?
You didn't know Gretzky was on the Rangers?
Brother, I only knew the Kings like a week ago.
All right. Well, okay. He went Oilers, Kings, Blues, Rangers.
He played for the... Wow.
He played like 20 games for the Blues.
Whoa.
Thing where he went a little.
Dude, he did the...
You could just stayed.
Yeah.
You could just stayed the whole time and then tired.
That's what, I mean, clearly McDavid thinks so because that appears to be his plan, which blows my mind. I can't believe Edmonton is keeping their superstars.
No, it's dope. That's the dream.
It is the dream. I just can't believe it's happening.
No,
I'm
because
shocked.
we're going to win one
I
with
grew
him.
up when we couldn't keep Doug Waite, and now we are for sure keeping Draisaitl and are probably going to keep McDavid. That's
Give them whatever they.
Well,
incredible.
I mean, like, one huge fan base, right? And, like...
yeah, the economy changed since then. Oil took off.
Oil took off, man. Oil's getting great.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard about oil, but
It's the new gold. Okay, we have...
black gold, they call it. The Texas tea.
Oh, Steve hates Timothy Chalamet.
I don't like Timothy Chalamet, and I can't watch the new Bob Dylan movie because every time I'm like, maybe I should watch the new Bob Dylan, but I just don't like Timothy Chalamet.
Is it the just boyish good looks, the charm?
I don't. Doesn't he just look?
Likable.
Doesn't he
to be
just look
honest.
like somebody who's had everything handed to him his entire life? Like, I agree that he's talented and beautiful, but he doesn't look like he's ever suffered a day.
You want him to be more rugged.
Yeah.
You want blue collar Timothy
I
Chalamet
want
to be
blue-collar
famous.
Timothy
You want
Chalamet.
old soft hands Timothy to fucking get some.
You want
Get some
Timothy
sun.
Chalamet in some like washed out jeans and like a white T-shirt working
Those
on
guys don't act.
He's like a Bruce Springsteen.
Those guys
Timothy
don't
Chalamet.
I was waiting for somebody to bring up Bruce Springsteen, who's also a little too pretty. You know, Bruce Springsteen is kind of playing up his blue-collar edge as if he hasn't been living in a
of course.
mansion in Montana for the last 30
It's
years.
all an act, man. You can't you think those guys do musical theater and still go fucking pour concrete after they're done?
That's
It's
kind of
not-
what I
would like
want
that.
Timothy Chalamet to work a couple of shifts on a construction crew and to lose a bar fight.
And
I would
then
like-
he's the best actor of all time.
And then I'm ready. He's given some very charming interviews, and also he went to the SAG Awards clearly dressed as Turd Ferguson.
Who's
I
that?
can't decide if that makes me like him or if he did that by accident.
I think you just hit us with an age gap because I don't know who Turd Ferguson is.
Yeah,
Unless that's
you-
someone I should know.
You should, but I'm not mad that you don't.
That's when people are like, that's just like Liberace. I'm like,
Yeah, but
what
you-
the fuck? Bro, I don't know no Liberace.
Obviously, Adrian knows Liberace.
Am I supposed to
opera
know?
is not a crime.
No, I agree. I'm not mad that you don't know it, but also you should know it. Because you're a
Should I?
comedian.
Every single gay joke for the 10 years between 95 and 2005, the punchline is Liberace.
Oh, man, you expand
That's
that.
what I mean. I know.
Like
I know
75 in
the.
2015.
I only know the reference because I've heard it so many times. I'm like, am I supposed to know who the fuck this is? Is it a TV show? Liberace to me, can I guess who it is?
was a piano player.
I was gonna say Liberace's like a fucking luchador with a masked
You may as
wrestler.
well-
That's
He was
what I think it
probably
was.
actually. I'll give Liberace this: the most flamboyantly gay man of all time. Nobody has
Ever?
ever been more flamboyant.
Isn't there like
He
Elton John
maxed out
and
flamboyance.
Freddie Mercury and like those fucking
I'm gonna say
flamers?
Liberace was more flamboyant.
Than Elton
John,
John?
I believe, was quoted as saying, "I'm attracted to women too. I just think they're a headache. That's why I stick with men."
Shout out fucking Elton John. That's real as hell.
Whoa.
Whoa, to be gay.
Yeah. Yeah, I would actually like to say to all you raving young misogynists out there, have the courage of your convictions. Be gay.
Be gay.
Hey,
Be gay.
you gay. You hate women so much,
Like Elton John.
like Elton John.
What, do you think you're
Just like Elton.
you're not better than Elton John?
Wait, you
He's
think
better than
he's-
you.
That's
Wait.
fair. No
Okay.
AIDS either.
Well,
No AIDS.
no,
I
hey,
think.
yeah. Shout out Elton. He kept
Not
it clean.
yet.
Shout out, El.
He kept it clean, man.
Wait until I get
Gay
my
rock
hands
star
on
in
him.
the 70s and come out. The only
AIDS-less.
thing negative about that guy is the HIV. Everything else is coming
Everybody
out
else
positive.
got it.
Yeah.
Maybe he
That's-
wasn't doing butt stuff.
No, I mean he's a rock star in the 70s.
Maybe
man.
he wasn't, guys.
Pioneer
Maybe
of condoms.
he's probably. He seems like a pretty clean guy.
Maybe he was
He's
more of a
probably,
taker.
like, OCD
Wait,
about
do
it.
you, does giving or taking give you more AIDS?
You
I don't think-
Do you know the answer to this?
Obviously, I know. Everybody knows the answer
No,
to this.
I don't think
I
so.
just feel phobic about shouting out these facts. There's nothing wrong, you kids.
There's nothing wrong with
you
having
do whatever
AIDS,
you gotta
baby.
do. Yeah, get AIDS. Going back to basketball, actually. How about Michael or Magic Johnson?
Magic AIDS
Gets
Johnson.
AIDS. He pioneered not dying from AIDS.
He's,
But nobody followed in his footsteps.
Magic Johnson, no.
why didn't Easy
We
E
pretty
follow?
much cured AIDS. You just got to inject $130,000 into your arm every month, whatever it is.
But Easy E didn't do it,
Well, easy.
and he had the money.
Listen, Eazy-E was another jerk, man.
No,
I don't-
okay, but I feel like we kind of know that, given the whole with attitude part. You know,
I think one of the great, as long as I'm criticizing black cultural icons,
that's what we do here.
Wouldn't have it been
we
better-
haven't done that one episode except for now. So
in
don't
the
put it on
early
me.
90s, hip hop had a choice. So, like, we can go the Public Enemy route and follow like socially conscious lyrics about empowerment, or we can go the
Fight to
NWA. Yeah, that's rocks. Or we can go the NWA route, and which was just like rampant consumerist nihilism. And that's the way that they went. And I think that was too bad. I agree that the first NWA album is amazing, but it's morally vapid. It is
Straight
a
outta
tragedy.
Compton.
It has negatively influenced the world also. I'm coming out and saying Dr. Dre
Okay.
has negatively influenced the world, even if I know a surprising number of lyrics to Straight Outta Compton.
Okay, a couple things. Without Straight Outta Compton coming out, we don't get Are We There Yet 1 or 2. right? Because Ice Cube's career doesn't take off.
You're right. Worth it.
I'm just saying, man.
2 best movies of all time.
You don't get to see Ice Cube in 21 Jump Street, man.
I do love Ice Cube in 21 Jump Street.
I'm
And
just saying.
just to prove my bona fides. From a gang called Fellas with Attitude. When I'm called up, I got a sawed off. Squeeze the trigger, and bodies are hauled off. You too. Anyways, it goes off.
Damn, he popped off there for a second.
Fellas with attitude. That's really nice.
That's my
Fellas with attitude. That's our next podcast. Because that's where we
my
are.
euphemism of choice.
Yeah,
Fellas with Attitude actually would be a better name for the podcast than the one you have.
You don't like Barry's
I
Basement?
don't mind Barry's Basement, but who's Barry? And we're now on the ground floor.
Well, Barry was our old landlord. We lived
I
in his
know
basement.
who Barry is. I'm saying the
I'm just
people
saying it's,
don't know
it's
who
like
Barry
a puzzle. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, who is Barry? It's like intrigue.
Could be anybody.
It could be anyone. Could be you. Could be
be
you
me.
at home.
He's a fake Chinese. That's all you need to know.
I don't understand what
We can't stop getting weirdly racial in a way that doesn't make any sense.
Well, he is like
We're calling
he
people
claimed
out for
to be
being fake
Chinese, but he
Chinese.
didn't. You know, he claimed to be Chinese, but he didn't.
He didn't give me any Chinese vibes.
He did not give off Chinese vibes,
suggesting-
which I know sounds crazy, but you know, like you. And it's
What
not
are
like he
vibes?
looked particularly Asian
I
in
was
any
about to say-
direction, and we were like, oh, he's, you know, it's just like he looked like a white guy,
Yeah.
and then he was claiming to be Chinese,
Oh.
and some guys are like this,
One-
and then they actually are Chinese, but they have like the vibe of a Chinese
One
guy,
time-
you know.
Vibe, man.
There's a culture. It's a culture. It's not weird.
Normally,
It's like a more like, you know, they.
Beijing.
I didn't
Fucking
know there were
Buddha.
fake Chinese. I've heard of fake Japanese. I didn't know we had fake Chinese.
Wait, this. Yo, this. What do you mean? There's fake Japanese?
A lot of people.
You know, like that kind of
Are you sending a fax?
I had heard that the secret to impersonating a Japanese accent is to pretend that you're lifting a house.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So, I tried it once, but it was just like, oh, this house is so heavy.
It's like a Japanese guy getting crushed by a house. Oh, it's like perfect for this very specific.
I learned a lesson about never calling people out for not being the race they claim to be. In high school, this girl was talking about res life, and I'm like, has nobody told you you're white? Because she was blonde hair, blue-eyed, and she's like, I grew up on Hobima, which was called
Damn.
Hobima. It's not even called Hobima anymore.
Wait, they just changed it?
It's like the ghetto.
Musquachis.
Some places.
Some of them are nice. Not all of them are bad, but
Yeah, some of them are way nicer
but the
than
bad
you're
ones
expecting.
are bad.
The bad ones are little pockets of the third world existing in Canada. It is bananas.
Yeah.
Crazy ass ones.
There's some stuff. Oh, Steve, we actually have a. Speaking of racial tensions in Canada, Steve, we have a video for you to watch.
Okay.
Because we have a segment here in the podcast called "We Waving at Yeg."
Yeah, we're workshopping the name of the segment, but basically we're trying to piggyback cloud off of Yegwave, Edmonton's most experienced news station of all. We don't watch real news because Canada doesn't have news, I guess, but we do have Yegwave, and this is a new one that's been going on. Steven, I don't know if you saw it or if you follow Yegwave or whatever,
No.
but this is in Calgary. Agent will play it.
No, you can't.
You can't turn sideways on Instagram.
Somebody's quoting Floyd.
Quoting, he's beating him. This is where we take a serious
You folks
turn
at
on the
home.
podcast. We'll play it.
It's just a guy getting.
No, they can see it.
They'll see it.
Okay. I wasn't sure what you guys were capable of doing.
We're capable. Look at what we're doing right now.
All right, then I'm definitely gonna send you pictures of my grotesque burns.
yeah. Give us the burn pics.
And
It's okay. When you're this complexion, you don't get warnings, Mama. I'm telling you right now.
She's very calm.
This is why.
She sounds very calm.
That's like her. I don't know if that's her son or if that's her buddy, but she is outrageously calm for something like that. Steve's in a dark place right now. I just saw the done on light just left
Holy
Steve
shit.
eyes for a
So
second.
basically, we'll just describe it. It was
they can see it.
a video. Oh yeah. We don't do audio anymore. It's either you're watching it or you're fucking out of the loop.
yeah, Get looped in.
Get looped in. Well, what do you think about that?
I don't know, man.
Pretty bad?
It's
Not great.
It's not great. It's yeah. I don't have a lot of.
Oh shit! Shit! It got too real. Yegwave. Shit.
Well, this happened in Calgary, you know.
Yeah,
was-
that wouldn't
that's-
happen in Edmonton.
Does
I'll be honest.
when
On
the-
some
okay,
level, I do fear that you are setting me up for something.
no, I'm just saying that it's
No, we actually are just like no. I'll
No,
say
no.
something about it. I'm not posting a black square. I'm gonna talk about it on my podcast.
yeah. This is way better than posting a black square. We're
This is
definitely
much
doing
better.
such a good job.
Guess what?
Here's my
Put it on the record.
listen.
I think it's bad.
I'd also like to go on the record and say what that cop did was mean, and
That's
over
hey.
the
Back
line.
to NWA. Fuck the police, man.
Fuck the police. But I
No,
will say
sorry.
this: if that cop,
That's bad because he's brown.
That guy.
the one, listen,
So police think that they have the authority to kill a minority.
the fact that the one cop was black calms that
It was
entire
a,
video
It was
down.
a black cop
Because
doing
if it was
it.
a bunch of white cops doing literally the exact
One
same
cop was
thing,
black and,
A couple of them were not white anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Is that the
Shut up.
technique they teach you in the police academy when people aren't listening?
Yeah,
Neck,
the
knee
knee
on
on
the
the neck.
back of the head.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, knee on the back makes sense
I
because
mean,
that's
but
like
on the back
keep
of the
center
neck-
of gravity down, can't get him up.
I've got an
It's a
idea.
bit much.
This is
He's
what
cuffed.
the police should do. It's just a new public outreach thing. Try and arrest somebody. They'll just get one guy, and you and 6 buddies get to show up and try to peacefully arrest someone who doesn't want to get arrested. See
Yeah.
how hard it is. I think that'd be fun. We could go try and arrest somebody tonight. See if we could do it without kneeling on his head
What
and
if
killing him.
I feel like we can pull it off, man.
Okay, listen, I'm just saying.
Especially if I'm sneaking up on
Listen,
somebody.
as far as that confrontation started, Doug,
Sneak arrest is what they need to do.
Yeah, I
Police
think
officers are too.
I think we could handle a dirty license plate a little bit differently than that.
Yeah, true.
It was, That's what it started. It was a dirty license plate.
Like it was already him screaming, "I can't breathe."
Yeah.
We don't know what was leading
That's-
into
hey,
it.
that's
It
all
did
the
look to me
Yegway
like he
gave
yelled
us.
it once after they let him sit up, and I was like, "Whoa, you're hurting your
It's
credibility."
like, yeah, it's like, I think I can see you breathing, actually.
Yeah.
But shouldn't have happened.
Here's my question. So he's from Calgary, right? And what happens when we play the Flames in the playoffs and they do that to their mascot?
What?
You know how people like we have a rivalry
We're
with
gonna jump the
Calgary in
mascot?
hockey, right?
Suggesting
I'm saying that they're gonna. No, they're not gonna. That guy didn't die. I mean that someone's gonna recreate that video with like a Flames jersey guy, and like
someone's
a bunch of
gonna do that?
Oilers guys.
It sounds like you're gonna do that.
100%. No, listen. I'm saying it's gonna be dark, but I'm calling the shot now. When we play them in the playoffs, that it's gonna
Somebody's
get
gonna-
weird.
Somebody's gonna be George Floyding the Calgary
I think
Flames
that's
mascot.
Not going to
according
happen. But if
Adrian.
one of you folks at home was already thinking about doing that, definitely credit Adrian when you did it.
Yeah, that's his idea.
Barry's basement gave me this idea, and then needed the back of the Flames mascot.
Adrian Creel, one half of
Hey,
Barry's
Flames
basement.
need to breathe too, so it makes a lot of
Exactly.
sense.
Oxygen is key to fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, so George Floyd, any mascot you see, if it's
Yeah.
from the rival town. But yeah, that was another Yegway. What else did we got? There was one more.
That's
I think-
another
I
hot
think,
take. I hate Yegwave.
What, dude?
I think Yegwave is designed to
Really?
get the people of Edmonton to hate themselves and each other. It's,
Is
just-
it? Isn't that?
Yeah,
like, they're just posting stuff that happens. Everyone sends it in.
Yeah, but they're just posting all the bad stuff, making it seem like, oh, here's a standard thing that happens in Edmonton. Somebody get stabbed at the park.
That is a standard thing that happens in
It
Edmonton.
doesn't happen that often.
It's pretty recent.
Also, lots of nice stuff happens here
Didn't
too.
someone stab their kids at the park?
Hey, what about this one? This guy. This is.
Oh, see, this is happy. So Tim,
What's happening there?
they're not wearing gloves. Ah,
That's
Tim
what
Hortons
I'm
with no
saying. You know
gloves.
what? No big deal.
That's
what
really
I'm
not a
saying.
big deal for you.
No.
What if this guy's scratching his junk, grabbing the Tim Hortons? Yeah, I don't
Listen,
like this.
I think that if most of you, this goes back hundreds of years, man.
Look at why is he? He's just
There's a
petting
book.
it. He's not
There's
even.
a book. I'm
not
gonna
really
go
getting
all-
after it.
Off my
I'm gonna
fucking
go all
powder
literary
filled
on
jelly
your asses.
donut.
There's a little guy named George Orwell, who you might have heard of, wrote 1984.
I
He
just
wrote
know
this
George
other
Floyd.
book called Down and Out in Paris and London, which is the best part is all about how gross restaurants are because everyone in the kitchen is just touching your food.
But
They're
they're
just
like-
touching your food out front. So your
they're like
food's
wash
getting
it,
touched. Everyone's afraid of a little human contact. You know, humans touch each other. Huh? Huh?
This
Huh?
good. Yeah,
It's good for your immune
Here's
systems.
one. A girl got ran over by a car.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem with it.
I was
Every
like,
bad
there's
thing
no
that
depth
happens.
to this
it
one,
just
I'm
tells
pretty
you
sure.
the world is full of bad things happen. I don't need to hear about every bad thing that ever happens.
But guess what?
Yegwave is just designed to make you hate yourself and your neighbors.
Tag Egg-Wave.
I know people who know that guy.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I know people who work at that school.
Oh.
Okay.
Although
What?
I will say,
Wait.
Did they see it coming?
yes.
Oh.
Ooh, wait, I probably shouldn't say that. They were not shocked is a better way to put it. Didn't like his vibes.
Allegedly.
They didn't necessarily think that was happening, but they didn't like his vibes.
What kind of vibes was he giving off?
I can't keep answering. I can't speak for these people. Like,
That's
what, do you
fine.
get-
Give it.
what if this goes viral? Then people will be like, oh, the whole...
You
Hey,
never
what
know.
happened to
Hey.
your, like, the Barry's Basement, you folks don't
We
might
have
know,
one
got like
viral
60,000 views last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
60,000.
A lot has changed around here,
On
baby.
something that we
A
are
lot new things
Are-
are coming.
on our most routine part of the podcast, where Simon does a movie review to a movie only two of us have seen.
You guys haven't seen Raiders of the Lost Ark? Was that not what he was talking
No, he's talking about the new Captain
He's
America.
talking about New Captain America. He's
'Cause-
talking about his whole discography, really.
I haven't seen that many Harrison Ford. Anyways, but we have like
Well,
500
I know all of
people.
the titles now.
500 people went crazy and just had to talk about how shit our podcast is and how bad Simon's take is. And then they started attacking us personally.
Sorry.
And guess what?
Sorry, Simon, we love you.
We're
and
fighting
that's
back.
our
Harrison
bad.
Ford, fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck Harrison.
about? Yeah, and
Unless
fuck
he-
commenters.
yeah.
If you're watching this show right now, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Wait, no.
Hey,
If you're watching this,
Don't you
thanks for
comment.
sticking around.
Go ahead and comment and see what happens.
We just have opinions on some things.
We'll yeg wave your ass.
What?
Steve.
You work for the government. What did you think about this? Justin Trudeau leaving the House of Commons with his weird fucking tongue.
You know what? I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest the fan of the guy, but he's a human being, and that was to me a human moment. Him going like, bah. He was having a laugh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
what?
basically.
What do you
Which I'd
think?
say if everybody hated me, I think I would lean into it. You folks at home, if you hate me enough, this will be my new personality.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Prime Minister of Hatred. That of Haiti is crazy.
The nation of hatred.
Do they have Prime Minister in Haiti?
They do have voodoo.
I don't. They don't. I don't think voodoo is a hate. Wait.
It's not a.
There's a lot of hatred in fucking voodoo doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know about it. It's got the dolls.
Oh wait, that's Haitian.
Hey, Sean.
Voodoo?
No, voodoo. Yeah, I thought voodoo was more of an African.
I mean, it is, but they have it in Haiti. But I don't know if you know this, but quite a few people in Haiti.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Back away,
Oh man. Well, yo,
What do you think about earthquakes?
what do you think about Kanon?
What about QAnon?
What about QAnon?
I'm gonna.
Do you
go
think
to-
Kanon turned into QAnon?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. What's Kanon?
The guy who sang "Waving Flag."
I don't know that song.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They call me freedom, just
Oh,
like
yeah.
a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back. So I just want to.
Forgettable.
No, it was like the world's most popular song for like a year.
Earthquake.
Yeah, they had a bigger.
They made the song for the earthquake.
Yeah. You know, I do. I remember it now, but I don't care. I have no strong feelings on that song.
Okay, here's my question, because Kanon was kind of a one-hit wonder, and that's what I was leading
That's
into.
what I'm saying.
Well, I cannot name a single
What's his other hit?
Bumpy Road. I want to boom bang bang with your body, yo. I don't even think that's the same fucking guy, to be honest with you. Sick. Anyway, who's your favorite one-hit wonder, or the one that made you the most angry? Because you were alive for when doo-wop was on the radio.
Yeah. No, I've known. You know what was a really good one hit? Flagpole Sitta. That was a good hit. I wish they'd gotten another song.
What year was that?
That was
Never
like
heard.
98, 99.
Year of
Harvey
my-
Danger. The
year
band was
of
called
my
Harvey
birth.
Danger. It was paranoia, paranoia. Everybody's coming to get me.
Wait, Harvey Danger, the Birdman?
No, the band was called Harvey Danger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Birdman's a lawyer.
I was
Yeah,
one
Harvey
one
Birdman's
years, 1 year, 0
That's
years
just
probably.
Harvey. But that's a good song. One hit. Oh, you know what? I always thought that Marcy Playground's second song, Saturday, was a really good single. I liked it as much or more than Sex and Candy, but it did not take off.
Never heard of any of those.
The thing, you don't even know that song, Wyatt.
Well, Okay,
I don't know any songs that he just named.
One hit wonder.
What about, do you remember Gautier? He's the guy, he's somebody that we used to know. His is the most beautiful irony of one-hit
That's a great
wonders.
song, but it also annoyed me because Elliott Smith has a different song called Somebody That I Used to Know that I like better. But it was not a hit song. And I like the Go Ye song. It's fine.
Do you know what's interesting? Because I'm a tutor, talking to the kids or whatever, hearing their music tastes, kids don't fuck with Johnny Cash.
Why the fuck
No,
would
no,
they?
no. Like,
I
all
don't
of them
even fuck
know
with-
about Johnny Cash. Every person in the world has heard a Johnny Cash song.
Yeah,
but
he
kids
talks
these days don't
as singing.
fucking-
That
He
is,
They're
sing
weirdly
talks.
anti-renegade these days. They're getting brainwashed.
Renegade,
I love
renegade.
Johnny Cash, but I'm not shocked that the kids don't because he did get big in like 1950.
Well, have
And
you
then
heard
he
a
got
Johnny
big
Cash
again
song?
in 1994.
Everyone's heard of him. Everyone knows him.
Yeah.
I'm not into it.
I don't know. These things go in waves. You
I
can't
mean, if I was a
cry
kid,
about
I
the
would think
waves.
he's kind of boring and for adults.
As much as earlier in this very podcast, I was talking about how I don't care about the Bob Dylan movie. I'm kind of, on some level, I'm like, oh, it'd be cool if the kids got into Bob Dylan because I like Bob Dylan. You kids.
love
And you think they will?
And I like children.
And we love the
In
kids.
an avuncular sense, I'm like Santa
Hey,
Claus.
you know what else you got written on this yellow piece of paper? Got anything good?
I have one final thing, an opinion of Steve's that I have tracked down from the past that I would have thought to bring up. Steve
Yo.
thinks that he would have fun at a Diddy party.
Oh, this is something I've said.
Yeah, this is something he's...
Before we say this, let me just say, I'm pretty sure we can all have fun at a Diddy party.
That's definitely worse than whatever I was about to say.
But like you guys, you're only thinking hey, it's 6:30 p.m. Party just started. Walk in the door. You think you're just going to the crazy fucking the children right away?
Yeah, no,
No,
you're not.
you're
They're
not.
not fucking the children in the foyer.
No, you
Like,
probably
it's
go
a room
there. and
within
you
a
probably-
room.
You're in a big ass mansion. You see all these famous people, and you
Yeah.
probably have some drinks that hopefully aren't laced yet.
Yeah.
And then you probably can see how you would have a good time.
Yeah, no, it
at
starts
a party
off.
of a
You
rich
probably
person.
they don't even invite you into the secret room on party number one.
No, you probably
Party
don't
number
get to
one,
do that.
You're hanging out in the entranceway with the big
They're
staircase.
seeing if you're cool.
Yeah, Miley
How
Cyrus
cool
gives you a
are
glass of
you?
champagne. You're like, this was fun. And he said, we'll invite you again. And you say, please do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
party
can,
number
and
two-
we'd probably have a blast.
Yes. We'd have
We
so
just
much
you
fun.
just have to stop when it gets weird.
That's
Okay, but, like-
okay. Here's what my actual take was: that I said I am thankful that I did not get super famous in my when I was Adrian's age, because when I was a younger man, if I had gone somewhere and they were like, we're having sex Olympics in my backyard. Do you want to come? I'd be like, yes, obviously I want to come.
I'm the
And then you
freak
would-
off in the backyard.
Yeah, the freak off, and they're like, there's hundreds of people freaking off, and you'd be like, this is great, and you jump in, and then the whole time you're thinking, everyone is having as much fun as I am right now. We're all equally into
Everybody
this.
wants to be here.
And then years later, someone would tell you, like, do you know all the women there were actually trafficked from Latvia? And then you'd be like, oh, no.
oh shit!
And then you would be racked with guilt. I think trafficking people is bad. I'm saying it wouldn't have occurred to me because I was naive.
Because I was into freak off. I'm not
I
thinking
would
about
have
that.
been into freak offs.
I'm
I
not
have
thinking-
already designed a plan on how we could have sex Olympics, but nobody's asked me, so it hasn't gone public.
I don't want to ask.
You have to.
You know I don't.
How would you do the sex
Here's
Olympics?
how you do a
All right.
sex Olympics. You you send to your teams whatever, you got like 10 ladies and 10 men, and then you randomly pair them with each other, but they all
And
eventually
they're all
have
from
to.
different countries.
They're all from different countries, and then you go
Against
but,
their will.
No, they're all they're all psyched to be there. No
Oh,
one's
okay.
trafficked. Maybe we
Okay,
paid
my
for their
bad.
flight. That's not the same
Oh,
thing.
that's chill then.
And then they get some time to like meet.
That is the same.
That's how they start.
That's not the same thing.
Here, I'll pay you, or
Somebody
you'll never
giving
see
you
your
a free
family
flight
again.
is not the same thing as trafficking you.
But it's when you accept the free flight and it's not so free anymore.
Yes.
When
yeah,
you
but nothing
land.
happens on the flight.
It's like you're
Nothing
not going
happens on the
home.
flight.
You don't get to go home unless something else happens.
But they have
freak
to
off.
You know, there's 10 different rounds, so every person is with 10 people, and then they've never met before, so they have no reason to like throw the match for anybody.
So they're the
and
most
then They're the
scared.
judges. You're the participant and the judge. You judge
that's
everyone
always,
that you're
always
with.
good.
Yeah, and then we'll see who gets the highest
How's it going to
score.
be fair?
Because it's about making connections.
It's kind of like
It's
speed.
about connection.
It's about winning gold.
All right, that's how you win gold is through connection,
No, it's to
not
read
through
the
gymnastics. You make eye contact and you see into their soul.
Doing what people aren't willing to do.
So you would do like in speed dating, everyone hooks
Yes.
up with someone else for like
It's
a little
like
bit,
speed
and then
dating
whoever wants to meet the person
Crossed
afterwards
with the
checks
freak
their
off,
name.
with the asterisk that everyone wanted to be there.
Speed freak off.
There are people who would want to be there.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't want to be part of the
Say right
sex
now,
Olympics.
Number one, Diddy. Number two, I think Leo would go. See?
Leo, would you represent Canada or the Philippines?
I would represent mankind.
Boom. That's a good answer.
Should we end it? That was our fucking podcast. We talked about some things. We ended the same way every time. We do this fun thing where we guess how each other's gonna die. I'll go first, I guess. I think Adrian, because of his roots from being from Medicine Hat, Cowboy Town, Alberta, he's going to get into a two-stepping competition, and he is going to be so heartbroken by coming second place, he will end his own life with a via lasso. Steven is going to actually become one of the first people to fly to space, given that he has Mennonite and he's a burn victim. And they need nobody else is like that because Mennonites don't use technology, so there's not a lot of fires going around. So he's going to go to space, and then he's going to ask for the window seat on the rocket ship, and that's going to be where the loose crack is, and he's going to get sucked through pressure style. And then that's what I think.
All right, Steve, what do you got? How do you think Leo's gonna die?
Okay. Well, I'm going to start first. As Leo said that you going back to your roots in Medicine Hat is going to finish you off. I think what's going to finish you off is going back to your roots in Africa. I see that you're going to go back to Africa, and you're going to try to become like a bush tucker, man. You know, you're going to be like, exactly. You're going to live with the Bushmen, and you're going to.
What do they sound like?
I can't do that. I can click, but I can't do it in the middle of words. I go, but I can't.
Basically, you're gonna do that and just be like, show that I know how to click, but then you're accidentally gonna say a slur in Bushman, and then they're going to tie you to a stake and cover you in honey, and then a rhinoceros is gonna come out, and you're gonna get raped to death. I don't know why the honey.
Okay, on the Diddy episode.
I was gonna get you trampled, but no, I think Leo's right. You're going to get fucked to death by a rhinoceros.
Okay, good. Well,
Leo is then going to hear the news that Adrian got what, and it's going to distract him. And he's just going to be walking around in a haze, be like, yo, that happened to Adrian, that could happen to me. Is that how I'm going to go? And he's going to cross against the light and get hit by a bus.
Okay.
all
And
right.
just
I
gets
feel like in all these I get hit by a bus.
Yeah, Leo's always walking into
Spread.
trouble.
and just like absolutely liquefied, sprayed all over the road. No one is going to try to revive you. They're going to like just start putting you in bags.
Yeah, that makes sense. Leo, I think you're gonna die because a jealous ex-lover of yours is gonna come from like your high school past, and she's gonna be like you ever seen Cinderella, but with.
But it's
You
spelled
ever
with
seen
an S.
not a Cinderella story with Hilary Duff? All right, never mind. Anyway, she fucking she gets the guy, but you would be the guy that yeah, she's jealous about the girl getting you, and then she kills you both. Lizzie McGuire kills you. And Steve, I think you blow yourself up trying to make a hot sandwich.
Oh yeah.
I think you try to make a panini and then it just all goes awry.
I do love paninis, and things often go awry.
You're fire trained.
And you
What
are
a-
fire trained.
Yeah, I'm bad at leaving the burner on. It's one of the reasons why my ex-girlfriend and I parted ways, is I kept leaving the burner on.
Because he burned her house.
Anyways,
Thanks for watching.
space.